Who has not at this point put a boat on ice and had a small race, whether in the Nether or the overworld? Now, someone has developed a proper minigame for it and I'm all here for it. I even thought about developing something like this myself, but someone beat me to it, and today I want to show it to you because I like it very much. Ice boating adds real racing mechanics to Minecraft, timing, stopping points, duels and even leaderboards, so that those silly little races you and your friends always had now feel meaningful and you can even compete against yourself. Before we do anything, I'd say we quickly go as always to the browser to check the page out and download and install the plugin, and then we can start. And here we are in the browser on the Ice Boating Modrinth page. As always, all links are down in the description, so you can easily check them out in no time. You already see the screenshot. Someone, the developer, built a racetrack and the plugin is obviously active. This is a very simple thing. You can see all the features here, all the commands. You can easily go to the versions tab, click on 1.0 because that's the first version, and you click on download and that's it. You see it works from 1.21 up to 1.21.11 for Bukkit, Paper, Purple and Spigot. And that's everything we have to know. You click on download, put it in your plugins folder and you are good to go. Now, if you want to set up the ice boating game in another world, because you maybe don't want to have it in your main world, then you need something like MultiverseCore. This is a world management plugin and it allows you to create and manage those worlds before setting ice boating up. For this plugin, I already created an in-depth video, so if you want to master MultiverseCore, inventories and portals, check that out in the top right now. Then I'd say we go back in game, since you already installed it, and you restarted your server, then we can continue with the setup. Back in game, we can now discuss the plugin and look at it. How does a race actually work now? Once the track and configuration are set up, a player simply starts a solo session or a dual session with the track name you as an admin defined. The plugin spawns a boat, mounts them in the boat automatically, and they can simply start to drive. Their HUD updates immediately and they see live speed and time while they are racing. As they traverse the course, the plugin tracks whether they are still on the designated path and handles falls with checkpoint respawns, and also if they cross the finish line to tell the race is done or this player won. This clean flow keeps races exciting without bogging players down in command hassles or bugs. It's very simple, but the first thing we have to do anything is set it up. How do we do that? With the admin commands. So we have a nice view from this castle and I say we set it up from here to go somewhere there. You can also make turns and non-linear tracks. I will keep it simple and do a linear straight line. You can do whatever you want. I just want to show the setup. So I will pick up the World Edit axe. Also, I'm using Fast Async World Edit. If you didn't watch that video, you should check that out now, because if you still use the original World Edit, you may be missing something. And that is basically the race point. It's not that nice, but I guess you are a better builder. So I now set the 1 point here for the start, and I will set the end point, which is a gold block. You can do what you want. I simply do a gold block. That doesn't mean anything. You don't have to set it to a gold block. Then I will go back to this wooden block and I will look at /ice. And you see we have a bunch of commands. The first half is for the players and the second half is for us. Play to play a track, duel, player and the track, leaderboard and the track, quit to go out of the game, and what we want to do now, track setup and a new name. /ice, track, create, and let's do showcase. Track showcase created and selected for editing. Now we do track setup showcase. So let's create track showcase. First, go to the start position and click the button below. We are standing on the start position, so we can click on Set Start. And it now says, now go to the finish position and click the button below. So now we go fast to the gold block here and click on it. So, great, now we need to scan the track path, walk all over the ice blocks and click the button when done. So I will go to the beginning because we don't have to click it then. And we go here and press Start Scanning. And then I walk over the ice until I am at the goal. And it automatically says goal block detected. And that's it. That is everything. Now we set up this course. Now that the track is set up, we can simply do /ice play showcase. And we see we are in a boat on the ice. We can't leave. I can't leave the boat. You see the speed, our direction, and the time lapsing in the action bar. I now press forward and drive. And we are on speed. And that's it. I don't know where we are, but it worked perfectly fine. That was basically the ice racing game. It may have thrown me somewhere I never was, and that is not nice, but I think this is a very simple setup and a very fun game, and you can decide if you build very big tracks with roundabouts and circles and turns and everything. This was just a very simple explanation on how to do it basically. I'd say we now quickly look at the configuration files, so you know what things you can change. And here we are in the configuration files. We're starting with the tracks.yml. This is like a data file, so this simply holds all tracks we create. And we see it here in our world. We have a start and finish point, and the X, Y, Z, yaw, and pitch values define the blocks where it all is defined, like where's the start and where's the end. Above we have the name showcase, the track we created before, and we have a bunch of blocks. So this is a very simplistic approach of the developer, but it works, and it basically saves all blocks which are part of the racing area. We can't scroll, it's nothing happening here, it's just a bunch of blocks. You shouldn't change the values in this file manually. You should always use the commands in-game or delete the file if you don't want to keep your tracks. I'd say we go to the config.yml now. You see the lobby command /ice set lobby basically sets the position I was teleported to, which was the world lobby basically. I didn't know we had to use the /ice set lobby command before, but now it's obvious they teleport us to this location, and I should have read the documentation a tiny bit more, but I solved the problem, so you should use /ice set lobby or change the values here, but I recommend the command. What can we do in the file? Besides this, we can change a bunch of messages. We have a big message area, so you can fit this to your server by message style and coloring. And the last important thing is you can enable or disable the HUD settings, basically the action bar, which showed the speed, facing direction, and the time elapsed. You can change this. Also, you can say the dual countdown could be a bit configured. You can increase the countdown, you can change the title, subtitle. So you have a few options. I think for this tiny minigame, which adds a lot of fun for a very easy and simple mechanic, this is a pretty nice thing. So as you see, I found my way back. I just had to look at the console and I found out where I was before. It teleported me very far away. Now we know we have to use the /ice set lobby command before we do anything. But now, why does this make sense for your server? I think adding a structured racing like this brings real value to your community. Ice boating turns a very normal activity in Minecraft into something competitive with a bit of feedback, progression, and a lot of competition. This plugin is built for modern server versions and runs well on the standard software most people use today, and it is supported by every loader type. So if you run Spigot, Paper, Bukkit, you can simply install it and try it out. It supports the major versions. I also like that this plugin doesn't require special client mods to play and is so simplistic that it works with the standard Minecraft client. That's it for this video. If you liked it and this video helped you somehow, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.